Hello my stitchy friends, this is Angie, the second one stitcher, coming to you today. It is January 6th, so Saturday, January 6th. I am so excited to be filming this today. I'm gonna do some whip updates, and then I'm gonna do a start parade for the projects that I will be stitching in, like new projects that I'll be stitching in 2024. So I'm super excited to share that with you guys. So welcome. Thank you for watching my videos. If this is your first time finding me, welcome. I really appreciate that you're here. And if you are already subscribed, thank you for staying with me. I've really been enjoying these videos, so I hope that everybody is liking what they see as well. So I'm just gonna dive in. I don't want this to be super long, but I think it's probably still gonna be over an hour. So the first whip that I'm gonna show you, so work in progress, is from December. So this is the Elemental Dragons Air by Ink Circles. This is a part of a series. There are 4 of these. So I have water done already. This is air, and then earth and fire are the other ones. So this is where I'm at so far. And I'm using, this is a 16 count Spring Breeze by Mystic Fabrics. It's an Ada. And then the floss is a Silks for You. I apologize, I don't actually have the number of which silk this is, but it is a Silks for You variegated purple. And I love how this is looking so far. This is beautiful. Okay, so that is that one. Sorry, I'm gonna be reaching behind me to throw my projects in a basket behind me. Okay, next we have the Butterfly Garden from the Drawn Thread. And I love this. I love these pieces, and I have a bunch of them kitted up and ready to go. Although I think I'm probably won't like have a bunch of them started. But one thing that I've learned, because I started on the left side, so this is where I'm at so far, is that I need to start these in the middle and not on an edge. And I think because when you look at this, like you've got your house in the center, so that you've got kind of an anchor point, whereas when you start off on one of the edges, it's a lot of counting. This is being done on, I think it's just a 32 count Zweigart linen in Silver Mist. I lost the tag for this fabric, but I'm pretty sure that's what this is. And it's beautiful on here. And this, I'm sorry, let me go back. The Elemental Dragons, I started that on 12/21 of 22. And then this one, I started on 6/18 of 23. This was a whip go call for my May of last year. And I needed to finish those days off for May. For my whip go, for those of you who don't know what whip go is, it's basically a bingo board where you kind of set your goals, and then Jessie Marie does stuff, who is a Flosstuber, will draw the numbers for each month. And you basically just try to complete your goals and get, you know, like bingos, and maybe black out your board by the end of the year. I did black out my board. And the other thing that Jessie Marie does is it's your board, your rules. So if you feel like you don't want to, like if you don't complete your goal within the month that it's called, then you don't get to complete it. That's your rules. I don't play that way. I just want it completed, because really my whip go boards are to try and make sure that I'm getting progress on all of my projects. So, okay, the next one that I have is, sorry, I'm on call for work, so I just have to, I apologize. That was not work, so I don't have to go and answer a page or anything, but I had to check and make sure. So apologies. The next project that I worked on was a new start. It was on my whip go board to be a new start. And this is Night Lights. It's the max color version. It is by Heaven and Earth Designs, and the artwork is by Andy Russell. Sorry for the glare. I do have windows kind of in front of me, and I don't have curtains for because it's my kitchen, so I just never got curtains up yet. So this is beautiful. I am loving this so far. And this is where I got to. So I am an upper left-hand starter, and I'm already loving this piece. I am stitching this on an 18 count Aida called Brain Fog by Mystic Fabrics. And I started this on 12/19 of 23. Okay, my next piece that I worked on is this one. It is called Spirit of Autumn. Let's see if I can, there we go. Spirit of Autumn. This is by Kira Marchetti, Heaven and Earth Designs. I love this pattern. I'm not loving the section that I'm in just because it's the tree. So we've got all the brown stitching for that upper left-hand corner. Definitely looking forward to getting out of this section. It's a little, like, it doesn't look like a whole lot because, you know, that's just, it's background. And getting into finding some of the animals, but I mean, I'm still loving this project and I can't wait to see more progress on it. But yeah, this upper left-hand corner it's a little smudgy, a little blobby. That is being done on a 20 count Aida. It's blue cashmere. It's this Weigart color, and I'm stitching that 2/1 full cross. All of these so far have been full cross. The Butterfly Garden is 2/2, so two strands of floss over 2 fabric threads. So yeah, I will have some projects that are 10 stitch, but for the most part, I'm a full cross stitcher. Okay, the next piece that I worked on was the Modern Folk Embroidery Holiday Countdown Sale. So I don't have a cover picture for this because it was a secret stitch along, but this is where I got to. There are some folks out there, like I'm pretty sure that Mama Loves You GB has finished this, and it is beautiful, and it will absolutely stay in my whips. So I'm stitching this one on a 32 count linen from Evertote called Turtle Dove. I just bought the whole kit, so they sent the fabric as well as all the flosses. They are the Roxy Floss Co. flosses. So you basically, if you haven't seen my Flossmas videos, I unboxed each of the flosses every day for this sale, and it was a lot of fun. I had a good time with that stitch along. I didn't keep up with it because I had other stitching that I was trying to finish, and when I was stitching Night Lights and even the Spirit of Autumn piece, I was just super into that and had a hard time focusing on just the stitch along. So that's why. Okay, and then these are, pardon me, these are new starts since the beginning of the year. So starting on the 1st of January for 2024, I had to participate in the Heaven and Earth Design, it's really there. Oh, there. The Heaven and Earth Design, their stitch along that they're doing this year. So I apologize, you cannot get in on this stitch along any longer. The cutoff date was 12/30 because, so basically you paid $10 to get into the stitch along. They had 10 charts that you could choose from. And that was all done via like a Google form from the Facebook group. So once you purchased your chart, purchased the $10, then you basically like filled out the Google form and to get into the Facebook group. And then they they're releasing 4 pages of the pattern each quarter. And if you can finish 4 of the full pages by the end of the year, you will get all 10 charts for free. And then if you finish the entire project by the end of the year, you get all 10 of those charts plus 2 that you can choose for free. So this is the one that I picked. This is Merry Mushroom Village Picnic. I actually had already purchased and kitted up the full version of this artwork. This is a Amy Stewart piece. Like the supersized max color, the whole shebang. And then this came out and I was like, oh, well, I'll just do this small piece of it for now. So my apologies, I have a tickle. So I don't have a ton started on this yet. I am stitching this 2/1 tent stitch, which is a half cross stitch. And this is on 28 count easy guide. So I'm enjoying this a lot so far. Like I said, I'm usually a full cross stitcher, so it's kind of fun to branch out and do a tent stitch. Also, I apologize if the camera is shaking a little bit. I have my tripod on the table, and like every time I touch the table, it jiggles. I apologize. Okay. The next piece that I started also on 1/1 is this lovely piece. This is Belle the Highland Cow, Painfree Crafts. It's by MJP. And I absolutely adore this beautiful Highland Cow. So I've got a couple days in on this. I don't have a stitch count because I have been actively working on this. So that is where I'm at so far. Even just the background is absolutely beautiful on this chart. I am stitching this on an 18 count easy guide, 2/1 full cross. She probably will get pulled out again today. And then one of the things that I'm doing this year is a focus piece, 2 actually. So I have a couple of pieces that are gifts for like a friend of mine, and then I've got one for my parents, and they're both large full coverage pieces, and I just really am wanting to try to make some good progress on them. So I'm doing daily 30 or 25/7 or however it's about 30 minutes. Like I said, a timer for 30 minutes and try to get, 2 or 3 strands of stitching in. And if it goes over a little bit, that's okay. But it's just so that I'm like working on these projects every day and trying to get some progress. So the first one that I'm doing that is like I kind of picked for this month is this piece. So this is the Quick Stitch Pride and Prejudice color expansion artwork by Amy Stewart. This is off of one of her bookshelves. And I absolutely love this piece. So this is where I'm at so far. And, again, it's just the background, but like you can start seeing some of the green, like ivies and stuff coming in, and I'm averaging like 90 to 100 stitches in that half an hour, which I think that's pretty good. I think, like there's obviously going to be some confetti in there where I won't make that much progress each day because I'm hitting spots that have a lot of confetti stitches, but so far I've managed to do, anywhere from like 80 to 120 stitches. So not too bad for a half an hour. The next piece that I'm going to show you, oh, sorry. And the Pride and Prejudice piece is on 18 count Ada. I don't know what the color is. I don't have it listed here and I don't have the tag, so I apologize. I'm not sure, but yeah, 2/1 full cross. So the next piece I'm doing is a stitch along with Athena, the Stitching Goddess Designs here on YouTube. So she's doing a 12-part stitch along for this piece. So this is Praiseworthy Stitches, Simple Gifts, Halloween. So she has been kind of talking about this on our channel, and I was like, yes, please, I will do this with you. I love a Quaker. So she kind of broke out the pattern into 12 different sections that are roughly the same stitch counts. You need to do like a little over 1,000 stitches each month to be able to finish it by the end of the year. Obviously, if we want to stitch more, that's not a problem either. But I have finished my section for this month, so this probably will go away. I am doing this on 18 count Aida. It's a Fortnite fabric called Love Bug. And then I'm doing a color conversion. So I think it calls for maybe some Weeks Dye Works. And I decided to pull some Silks for You flosses. So, pardon me, I'm doing, it's like a dark gray versus their black version of for the dark color. And then I apologize, I don't have them written down, but there's the variegated orange that you see in the pumpkin and the purple. Like I'm loving the colors that I picked. Sorry, it's the Flosstube frog in your throat, not for your stitching. Okay, so that's what I've worked on since the last time I did an update video. Now, I'm gonna show the projects that I have actual like start dates for, and then I'm gonna go through in no particular order the projects that I have that will be started. They're on a Whipco board, so like when they get called for that month, I will start them along with some of my other projects. So the next one that I will be starting tomorrow actually is this one. This is the Moon Phases Temperature Stitch Along. Of course, I'm getting more sunlight, so it's getting more glary. So this is gonna be a Sunday stitch. So I'll, find the temperatures for the previous week and stitch those up. So I have all the flosses. I am doing the 40 colors, which gives me a 3-degree temperature range. I did swap, I'm not doing this color, I am doing this color. Like I swapped this one in for this one. I just liked it a little better. So those are the colors. And then I am doing this on a dark fabric. And this is the 32 count linen from Fox and Rabbit called Black Swan. And it is a beautiful, beautiful mottled black. I think this is gonna look gorgeous on this fabric. So I may do some adjustments on the border. I prefer silver to gold for for even just jewelry and stuff like that. And so I think I will change some of the stuff that has like gold in the border to maybe even some like shiny, like diamante or something like that. We'll see, I don't know. Okay, my next project, technically it's like 24 new starts, but it's all like, it got sold as one piece. So this is the Advent calendar from Doreen Jones. So I am stitching these individually because I want to make them into ornaments for my tree. So I'm going to be basically like, I put these on a Whipco board, and then whichever two get called that month, I will start and finish. So this month is 9 and 22. So Christmas tree and our gingerbread guy. So I will start stitching this one on the 9th and stitch it until it's done. And then on the 22nd, I will start this little guy and stitch it until it's done. So these will all be starts and finishes. So 2 a month. And then I did get a couple of, I think they're fat halves from Mystic Fabric. This is her Something Blue fabric. So I ordered 2 of these so that they would be in the same dye lot. And this is like, you guys, this is a beautiful, beautiful blue. It's nice and neutral and can totally be used for just about anything. And I just thought it would give a little more interest to, because I'm going to be making ornaments out of these, I wanted to have something a little more interesting than just a straight like white fabric behind them. So I'm excited to get those done. This last year, 2023, was the first time in many years that I put up a Christmas tree, because I was hosting Christmas for my family. So I didn't have any Christmas decorations, and like appealed to my family at Thanksgiving, was like, hey, I thought it would be fun if, you know, people like donated, gifted an ornament from your household for the tree, and, you know, like you can bring it at Thanksgiving and I'll have the tree up. And it was a lot of fun. My family did not disappoint. I got a bunch of really pretty ornaments. Okay, the next project that I'm doing is I'm going to do this as a stitch along. And this is with the Redneck Bifocal Stitcher. So I had purchased this first pattern. Sorry, I should have taken these out of the package, but I forgot. So I had shown this one as a haul earlier this year. So this is Float by Plum Street Samplers, and it says float like a butterfly. And then there was a companion piece by Heartstring Samplery, Sting Like a Bee. So I had said this, and the Redneck Bifocal Stitcher reached out and was like, let's do a stitch along. And I was like, yes, that sounds great. So we're going to start this on the 13th of January. So I'm going to be starting with Float, and they will be stitched on the same fabric. And the fabric that I have chosen for this is a 40 count white clay by Fox and Rabbit. And this is just a really nice neutral. It'll probably fit on this. This is a bigger piece than I likely need. So I will start up in a corner, and yeah, I'm really excited. I have this all kitted up. I don't know when I'll get it finished. I mean, neither of these are huge, but I do find that Paulette, especially, like, her patterns are deceptively dense for the stitching, which is not a bad thing, but you think, oh, I can get this finished in a couple of days, and then you're, like 2 weeks later, you're like, whoa, that was a lot more stitching than I thought it was going to be. So, okay, sorry. I have to put all this back together, because if I don't, I will lose it in the chaos. Okay, so that is that one. The next piece that I have for a planned start is for my birthday. And this is one of the recent patterns from Heaven and Earth Designs. This is called I See You in My Dreams. This is the Supersize Max color, because I'm a crazy person, but honestly, I don't know how you can't, because like, this is just, look at all of those beautiful patterns and colors in that dress. Love it. So I am just doing this on a 28 count easy guide. I will be doing this 2/110 stitch as well. I actually had to get a custom cut from, I ordered this from Dying for Cross Stitch. So I had reached out to her and said, hey, I've got this piece. This is the size that I think I need, which is kind of it's just a slightly odd size. Like, you can't order that size on, like 1, 2, 3 stitch. And so she was like, immediately replied and said, for that size, here is the price that it would be. And I said, that would be great. Can you also, I'd also like to order this other piece of fabric at the same time, because you can't have just one piece of fabric get sent. And so it was just, she was so amazing. So Dying for Cross Stitch, she also has some amazing cotton overdyes that she does. They're super variegated, and they're absolutely gorgeous. I have a couple of pieces, like monochromatic pieces that I am looking at to use her flosses for. Also, this is an Kaylee tent stitch bag, which I am in love with. I love this bag. So that will be my birthday start, which is February 9th. And so I can't get this back in the bag. There we go. Really, really looking forward to starting that. Okay, the next one that I have is going to be, everybody's seen this. This is Saga by Long Dog Sampler. I'm going to start this on Leap Day, so 2/29, because Erin, the 2 Martini Stitcher, does a stitch along for Long Dog Leap Day. So basically you started on a leap day and you should have it finished by the following leap day, which I feel is totally appropriate for Saga because she's a biggin. Okay, I am stitching this on an 18 count fabric. This is called Fantasy. It is from Mystic Fabrics because I love Misty's fabrics. Yes, it's showing pretty true here. It is, I love the color of this fabric. This was from her Fabric of the Month, September of 22. So, and then I am going to be doing these with some silks. So I have these 2 silks that I will be doing this on. This will be the kind of the outlines of each of the outlining, and then the silver will be the insides of each of those. So yes, I am very much looking forward to starting this and seeing, you know, like there is a Facebook group specifically for this Saga pattern. So it's pretty easy to get into. You just, you know, like search for Saga Long Dog Sampler, and I think you'd be able to find it pretty easily. So I will likely start posting some pictures of my progress to that group once I get this started. So Long Dog Leap Day. Fun. Okay. The last one that I have that has an official like start date is, apologies, I thought I had all these unzipped. The Twisted Band Sampler by Northern Expressions. So I think I'm doing this one. So it is on the dark fabric. Again, I fell in love with this. It's the Black Swan from Fox and Rabbit. Again, 32 count. And I am doing a Dinky Dyes silk conversion. So I got this from Mislaid Pages. I think I got it from Mislaid Pages. So this is going to be beautiful, and I'm starting that for Pride Month because it is a beautiful rainbow and I love it. Okay, so the rest of these are going to be in no particular order. They're just, I think I will try and call out the ones that I have planned or that have already been called for January. When I come across them. So, and actually this one's right on top. So this one got called for January. I forget if it was 9 or 22, but this is the Fellowship of the Rings. So I am doing the purple version. It comes with 2 color versions, and I don't know if you guys have figured this out yet, but I love purple. So I'm doing the purple version. I was actually looking to start like kitting up the flosses for this and realized that it has blended threads, which are not my favorite thing, but it's fine. This is not a huge piece. I think if you were to do this on 14 count Aida, it is 16 by 8.7 inches, and I am not doing it on 14 count. I'm doing it on 18 count. This is Fortnite Fabrics Happily Ever After. That is super washing out. It is kind of it's a blue mottled. So that will get started this month. And then this one was also, it's not on my, it wasn't on my new start, it's on my full coverage Whipco board, but it did get called, and this will be a new start this month as well. This one I actually got as a kit from Heaven and Earth Designs before they stopped making kits. I think I did show this as haul on one of my previous videos. So this is Meeting on the Turret Stairs. The artwork is by Frederick William Burton. I think that Julie, a Kansas City girl in a Colorado world, is stitching this as well. So artwork by Heaven and Earth Designs. And this is just going to be done on more 18 count easy guide. So, but this is how their floss comes on these lovely stitch cards. So I don't have to do a ton of kitting up. I think I just need to like cut the ends on these. So looking forward to starting that. I was super excited to get a kit. Like when they announced that they were gonna stop doing their kits, I was like, no, I don't need any more. I don't need any more kits. I've got my Meeting on the Turret Stairs. So I will be starting that one this month. The next project, this one has not been called yet. It will be called at some point this year. So this is from Painfree Crafts. It's Miike, and this is the supersized version. This is by artwork by Nene Thompson. I am doing this on 28 count easy guide, likely 2/110 stitch because I don't like doing 1/1 full cross. It's not my favorite, especially not on Lugana. I tend to lose the thread underneath the fabric threads, so I'm not doing it. I'm gonna do 2/110. And this is not my color palette typically, but she is such a badass bee. Like, pardon my language, but I love her. And I decided to do the super size because I was looking at the mock-ups for the regular size and the super size, and you just really get more detail in like the tattoos and stuff like that on the super size version. And so I bit the bullet and said, yep, I'm gonna do the super size version because I was just so impressed with the detail. Like, not that the normal version doesn't have a lot of detail, because it does. I just really wanted those the tattoos to like pop, and that meant doing the supersized version. Okay, my next one that I've got to show you, this is from Charting Creations. This is by Sheena Pike. You can no longer get this from Charting Creations, but I think that Heaven and Earth Designs has it, because Sheena Pike went back to Heaven and Earth Designs. I did get this as a kit from Charting Creations, and I'm very excited. I absolutely love turtles. They're my jam. And this is just gonna be on an 18 count easy guide Ada. I'll stitch it 2/1. Here are the flosses. So they kind of come on these cards like this. So yeah, there's a couple of those in there. So I am very much also looking forward to starting that one. I think Angie Slowly Crafts is also working on that one, and it's a favorite of hers as well. I mean, how could it not be? It's so cute. Okay, the next piece that I have, this is technically a restart, but this is Hedgerow from Plum Street Samplers. And the reason that it's a restart is because I had started the border and then realized, there are holes in the border. And so I just frogged it all out, and we'll restart. But I have a bunch of these animal stacks and I love them. I do have, I did finish Roo Crew already. So that one, you know, like, this might actually be a gift. My best friend, my best friends, one of her boys loves hedgehogs. So I may have to gift that to him at some point in the future. Okay, next piece. This one is, oh, that's upside down, is Find Your Joy from Jan Hicks Creates. I am doing this on a dark fabric because you don't stitch the black. You don't, the black is not charted. So I am going to be doing this on a 32 count linen. It is called Spellbound from Needle Bling. And yeah, that's pretty true. It's beautiful. And then I did get the Mrs. Sada's silk conversion. You guys, look at how beautiful these colors are. Oh, gorgeous. I love working with silk. I at some point need to do an inventory of like all of my fancy flosses and silks because I have no idea. I have no idea what all I have. Okay, the next project that I have to show you is a peacock, a unicorn, a badger. This is by the Scarlet Letter. That is what this will look like. Emily C is working on this. I think she's actually working on this right now. I follow her on Instagram and she has been posting pictures of this. So she was my inspiration for that one to start, because I wasn't like, it's kind of one of those charts where I looked at it a few times and I was like, oh, it's interesting. And then the more you look at it and the more you like see some of those motifs in there, and the fact that that's like a full coverage sampler, which is very unusual. Yeah, I decided to definitely start that one. It's going to be on an 18 count Aida. Since it's full coverage, I'm not gonna do it on linen. Okay, the next project that I have is this is from the Cross Stitch Studio. And I don't see an artist on here. I apologize. But this is Snape's Library. She's doing a series of these and there are 3 released so far. And yeah, I'm sure I'll be getting all of them. This is going to be just on an 18 or a 28 count, 8 Lugana, 2/1 tent stitch for those big giant pieces, because I can't get a piece of fabric like big enough to do it in a 20 count. When I move to like a 28, I don't like the coverage 2/1 tent on 25 count. So I go up to the 28 count and do that 2/1 tent stitch. I'm sure like it would be okay if you did 1/1 full cross, but again, I lose the threads when I use Lugana on those high counts in just one strand. So I'm not going to use, yep. Okay, sorry, babbling. Okay, the next one is Colorful Ocean by Artisy. This is charted. This is charted, and the artwork is by Tarina Clark. And I have never done like a stained glass piece, and I really, really loved the imagery on this one. So I am super excited to start that because like, again, I really love the imagery of some of those stained glass pieces, and that one was, and it's not huge. So I think that will just be on an 18 count Aida. Okay, the next one, oh, how did this get sealed? Oh gosh. The next one is going to be Elemental Dragons Fire. This is another, like the set of 4 from Ink Circles. And I will be doing this with a 16 count Mystic fabric called Lovely. And I am using, it's called Shades of Wine from Deaky Dyes. So I think that'll be really pretty together. Excited to get those started. And then, oh, lo and behold, I just said I'm pulling the trigger and I'm going to start all of these this year. So this one is the Elemental Dragons Earth. And stitching this is a 16 count Picture This Plus Serene. It is a really nice kind of minty green, which is not showing very well on camera. And then the color that I chose is Jungle Green from Dinky Dyes. So I think that will be lovely together. I'm just waiting for that pile to fall over. Okay, this one is super cute. So it's just a little baby chart. It is 100 by 64. It's called African Nights, Let There Be Night. So I am stitching this on black fabric with the called for DMC on a 32 count Belfast linen. So I might try to do a start and finish on this because it's not super huge. It's a lot of silhouette stitching. I feel like I have another one of these. There's like a series of them. They're just, I don't know. I do love African animals. So, okay. The next one is the Blue Flower Holiday Cards 2021. I love these llamas. I love the llamas. Just saw the called for. This is called for. This is the D amount. And then I'm stitching this on Fiber on a Whim, 32 count Cream and Sugar. So just again, a really nice neutral. I love the llamas. Love the llamas. They're so cute. Okay. The next one is, you've probably seen this stitch being started by some other stitchers. I know Suki the Brown-Eyed Stitcher and Stitching Moon are working on this, and maybe Darren the Dizzy Stitcher. If he hasn't started it, I think he's planning to this year. So this is Home in the Mountains by Golden Kite. This is, it's Rivendell. I am not doing the blended version because I don't like blended. I don't like blended charts, blended thread charts. And they have a regular version of this one. And so I said, yeah, I'm just going to do the regular version. And looks like I've got some 20 count Easy Guide Ada that I'll be stitching that on. It still has a ton of colors and will still have a lot of detail, even though I'm not doing the blended thread version. So yeah, you have to do what brings you joy in your stitching, and blended threads do not bring me joy. So I have like 3 Lord of the Rings pieces that I wanted to start this year. This is the third one. This one also got called for January. I don't like my new start board. Obviously they're all over. The fact that 2 of my Lord of the Rings pieces got called for January is just like, what? So this is from Thread of Magic. This is Shire Painting. And I think Small Town Stitches is working on this one. I think that's where I saw this, and I absolutely love this image. I am so sorry for the glare. I'll move back to the living room, but I just, because I had so many projects, like it's a lot, and I wanted to be able to have some space to spread out and have my stuff. But I'm going to be stitching that on an 18 count Ada. So I will be starting that one at some point this year. Okay, the next one that I have is Cozy Winter Evening, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. It's by Uliana Babenko. I love this little girl. She's so cute. I love it. I do not have fabric in here. It's not a huge piece. 550 by 733. I can probably find some. I will probably just stick it on a 20 count and do it 2 over 1 full cross. Because I do have a decent stash of gridded 20 count gridded fabric. Also, I stitched up another one of Jan Hicks's piece this year, and I love her patterns. So I saw this one, Meditation Garden, and fell in love with it. This is absolutely gorgeous. I love this labyrinth. Oh, I can't wait to stitch it. Because I was on the Mrs. Status website and already had these patterns, and I was like, yep, I'm going to do both of those in her silk conversions. Look at those. And then the fabric that I chose is a 32 count Lightning by Needle Bling. And this is just, it's a super subtle, very gray, like silvery gray. It hardly has any modeling on it, but there's some. It's beautiful. And I think it'll go really, really well with this pattern. So, yes, look at how it's so beautiful. Love it. Oh, it's very precarious. Okay. Sorry, I thought I had all these unzipped. The next one is Winter Moon by Plum Street Samplers. This is an exclusive right now by Country. Nope, I'll put it in down here. But it's an exclusive. They kitted it up. You could choose 36 or 40 count. I chose the 40 count. I love this pattern. Emily C is also stitching this one. So the fabric that the color is Saltbush by Fox and Rabbit. And I just did decide, so this will be 1/1 or 1/2 full cross. And it came with all the fancy flosses and some DMC. It was beautifully kitted. I was pretty impressed. I can't remember. I'm sorry. Okay. Next we have from the Drawn Thread, Deck the Halls. There, it crashed. Sorry. So Drawn Thread, Deck the Halls. I love these little cardinals. And I do have the called for silks. And this will be stitched also on a Cream and Sugar from Fiber Own at Whim, 32 count. So, these little ones don't usually have a whole lot of specialty stitches. Like you might get a couple Smyrna crosses or something like that. But okay, well that bin is empty. I will pick that up later. Not done yet. So next I have the Butterfly Fairy Queen. Look at how beautiful she is. This is just the standard, regular color, regular size. Artwork is by John Enright, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Look at how, I love the moon, but not all moons. So one of my pet peeves is like a crescent moon with like the ugly man on the moon face in the middle of it. Don't give that to me to stitch. I don't want it. I don't want it. If you give me a big, beautiful, realistic full moon, yep, I will stitch that every time. Or even just a crescent moon, as long as it doesn't have the ugly face in the middle of it. So again, just my personal preference. Like this one, Amethyst Moon. Look, no ugly face in the middle of that beautiful crescent moon. This is also by Nene Thompson, Painfree Crafts. And I mean, I don't know how this chart could be it just screams Angie to me because my favorite color is purple. My birthstone is amethyst. I love moons. Yep, all the things. And that is absolutely beautiful. So Also be stitched on 18 count easy guide 2/1 full cross. Okay. Next we have the Vanishing Aisle by Autumn Lane Stitchery. So this absolutely reminds me of the Discworld books by Terry Pratchett. I know this isn't technically what the Discworld is, because the Discworld is actually a Discworld sitting on the backs of 4 elephants standing on the back of a giant space turtle. So that is the Discworld, but it's reminiscent, and it's a nice, it's not big, it's 84 by 79, should stitch up super quick, and Autumn Lane Stitchery, I love so many of their patterns. I decided to do this on, it's green. It's not coming across as green, but it's green. And this was out of a grab bag that Mystic Fabrics had last year. So this is 30, I'm pretty sure it's 32 count. Maybe it's 20, I think it's 32. It looks like 32. So I decided to do that on a green instead of the blue that they have on there. I think it's gonna be gorgeous. Okay. The next one that I have, also by Painfree Crafts, Chris Dunn, Simple Pleasures. Ellie Willy Stitcher is stitching on this one right now. Elaine, you inspired me a little bit. I do love these little mice reading and knitting by the fire. They're so cute. So I felt like I had to have a Chris Dunn. So that is also going to be on 18 count easy guide fabric. 2/1 full cross. Okay, we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. At least for the new starts. I am going to show, I'll show you like the other things that I'm planning to work on for January, because there's a lot. Okay, this next one is Sparkle Wherever You Go. This is also a gift for a good friend of mine, my bestie. And so this actually calls for Cosmo flosses. And so I did. I have never tried the Cosmos, so I ordered these. And I'm gonna do it on this beautiful, it's called In Full Bloom. That's actually pretty true to color. It is a Be Stitch Me fabric, and this is an 18 count Aida. And I think that these will pop just as well on this fantastic pink as they do on the blue. So, and it's got some Petite Treasure braid as well, because you have to have sparkle if you say do what makes you sparkle. And the last planned new start. This one, I think I may have lost my mind, but I couldn't help it. This is Catching Rays by the Cross Stitch Studio. Again, I apologize. She doesn't put the artist. I will try and look it up and put that down here. Catching Rays, charted by Cross Stitch Studio. This is a massive piece. This is 1,200 stitches by 900 stitches. So this will absolutely be on 28 count 2/1 10 stitch, because it's huge. Again, I had to order special fabric. Okay, so those are all the planned new starts for sometime this year. And like I said, it'll be based off of when it gets called on my Whipco board. I didn't realize that my table was so shaky. Sorry. Okay, it is an old table. It came with the house. And like when my parents bought the house, it came from my grandparents. I don't know if, I'm sure it was used when my grandparents bought it, because that's how the world worked back then. But yep, it's an old table. But I love this table. I was like, you can't have that table. You have to leave it with the house. So I will be, this is one of the full coverage pieces that got called on my full coverage Whipco board. This is Mini Queen of Hearts by Rachel Anderson, Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm pretty sure this is just on an 18 count Aida, 2/1 full cross. Obviously still stitching background, but am looking forward to getting into her wings and stuff like that. Oh, she's so pretty. Okay. Next one is going to be, this is on my non-full coverage board. It's another one of the animal stacks. This is Plum Street Samplers Tortoise Tower. Again, I love turtles, so I couldn't not start this one. So this is on a 32 count Aida. It is, oh, I have a sticky on here for what it is. It's a 32 count Vintage Gray by R&R Reproductions. I love when I have a sticky on here. So yeah, I've got the first big turtle done. Just got the feet in for the next turtle. But yeah, I mean, I don't know that I'll get it finished this year, but for sure next year, because these do, yeah, like once you get going on them, and I'm just doing all the DMC. I think it's only DMC. Yeah, it's just DMC. No specialty flosses on that one. I don't know if it even calls for specialty flosses, to be honest. I don't know. So that one will get worked on this month. The other non-full coverage that got called for me, which is kind of fitting because I did start her on 1/1 of 23. This is Magwayan by Bella Filipina. I love her. I have some other Bella Filipina charts. So I do not have a lot done on her. This is I did do a center start on her. So this is like the back of her dress basically. And this is on, oh, I have the card. Yay. I forgot to pull like my cards. So this is a Mystic fabric. It is a 16 count Aida because of the beads. And then this is the Aurora. This is Aurora. That's what the color is. And it's gorgeous. So she will get pulled out for some work this month. And then, is that all of them? Sorry, I'm just looking at my notes. Mini Queen of Hearts. Yes. Those are all the ones that I will be starting or working on for January. I think that's it, everybody. And I managed to keep it under an hour. I'm going to try not to do a Midwest goodbye, even though I'm from the Midwest and I'm very good at it. So thank you again for joining me. I hope that what you saw for the planned new starts that I have will keep you coming back to see some of the progress that I'm making. I am going to try and increase my cadence for Flosstubes. Last year it was like 4 to 5 weeks-ish. I'm going to try and shoot for every 2 to 3 weeks. Fingers crossed. So yeah, thank you. Please like and subscribe if you have liked what you have been seeing, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.